When you hear the name Alex Kidd, then you'll think of the Sega Master System. It was released in 1986 and later built into the system for all to enjoy. And he was a mascot of Sega until Sonic the Hedgehog came along and pissed all over him. It's a basic platform game where you play as Alex, a strange looking monkey boy in a jumpsuit. You have a couple of moves, and that is a punch attack where his fist turns huge and kills the enemy, and a jump kick. You can punch through rocks and a star block, which may contain collectibles such as coins where you can spend in a shop. There's also a power up that enables Alex to fire a projectile across the screen to kill enemies or cut through rocks. Beware of the skull blocks as they momentarily freeze you, or the question blocks that contain ghosts, and they will chase you. You can outrun these if you just get to the next screen. You can ride a motorbike, a speedboat and a pedalcopter, which isn't as fun as it sounds. Alex can swim underwater, which isn't too bad to control, but it can be tricky to line up with an enemy to punch them. The levels consist of blocks and enemies that you must try and get past successfully in order to complete the level. There are traps dotted about that may catch you out, as well as enemies that can be awkward to get round. Once you've got to the end of the stage, you can grab a rice ball and move on to the next stage. When you come to the end of the level, it's time to take on a boss. Now he may look like the guy from Total Recall, but it's just a round of rock, paper, scissors. Win 2 out of 3 and it's on to the next level. You'll meet some odd characters to defeat, and my favourite is punching a bull in the face until he explodes. As a beginner, you may find this game quite tough, especially when it's one-hit death. Yeah, great idea. If this game was competition for Mario, then it failed miserably. This is what put me off the game originally. It's not forgiving in the slightest, and dying when you make a tiny mistake only leads to quitting. The graphics look relatively nice and cartoony, and the music isn't too bad either. The first stage music is certainly memorable, maybe because for the first 8 hours that's all you'll hear on a loop. Mario didn't look that good compared to this, but it's all in the gameplay that separated the two games. Alex doesn't control that well. He's very slippery, and this is a pain in the ass when you're near the edge of something, and sometimes you may slide into an enemy. One-hit deaths mean that you are constantly under pressure not to die, and if you're trying hard not to die, then you normally end up dying trying. If this game had health points, I'd definitely enjoy this. People over the years bang on about how great this game is, but I have to disagree. I think some people are scared to say what they really think, as there's a big fan base for Alex Kidd. There's no doubt that this was a good game for its time, but even then it was a hard game to get through. And if this was the only game you had between birthdays or Christmases, then you'd get pretty pissed off repeating the same levels over and over again, and eventually get sick of it. I know I did. If you grew up with this game, or it was one of your first games and it holds a special place in your heart, then good on you. But I certainly wouldn't label this as a must-have classic. I haven't played the new remastered version, but if that doesn't fix those issues, then that can go fuck itself too.